It's Saturday. We thought we'd do a Saturday morning. It's morning, right? It's still morning?
For us, it's morning.
It's
10:30
morning
for
for
us.
us. Yeah, if you're on the East Coast or somewhere else, it's not. Morning from Sweden. Okay, we thought we'd do a live feed a little bit earlier because sometimes there's folks that are in other areas, in other countries that always say, well, we miss the live feeds. We don't get notified because it's 3 in the morning for us and we can't. So we thought, hey, well, let's do one that's a little bit earlier today. I guess, man, we'll tell you what's on the agenda. It's just been a whirlwind of a week. Now, I've not been buying a whole lot of estates and things lately because I've been going the other direction. I've been selling. We are gearing up for our Christmas season at the store. We're also gearing up for a Christmas auction, which is happening December 4th at Kastner, kauctions.ca. So I've been taking piles and piles of stuff over there, just getting that done, and also getting our new side of the business opened up and ready to go. So this will now be our second weekend with the new addition open. And so far the sales have been really good. It's actually been a full-time job, just reordering product, restocking, getting the shelves refilled because stuff is selling at a pretty good rate. We ended up buying shopping baskets for that side because we thought, well, we never had shopping baskets before. And people are readily filling those baskets and bringing them up. So the new side of the business is going quite well.
And people seem to really like it. So that's...
Yeah, I think we have lots of people go through and they just love, either people walk around and go like, oh, that's pretty cool. Or else people go in and they'll be like, man, I want to buy one of everything. So I feel like we've brought in some really good products over there. I see our friend Hans is on today.
Hey, Hans.
Hello, Hans. How's that beard coming in, Hans? Is it?
If you saw the end of their video when they did the update, you can see at the very end.
Well, I saw him the other day, and it was.
Oh, you saw?
Yeah, I saw him in person the other day. We started carrying even. We have these little kits. It's beard, mustache, and beard wax with the tiny little mustache comb. I guess it's so you can do that fancy little.
I don't think I've even seen those yet.
Yeah, we have a few little mustache kits. I was looking at it and I was thinking of Hans. So yeah, the last video I did was just a really short one. Kathy Cash asked me to do a cover of one of her dad's songs, and I picked what I thought was kind of the harder one to do, but the one that kind of, seemed a little bit more in tune with where I'm at right now and everything. But anyway, I'm glad that she liked it. I was thrilled that she likes it. You never know. I mean, you're singing her dad's song, so you want to make sure you try and do somewhat of a good job. But I would have liked to have maybe spent a little bit more time on the strumming and that. But anyway, it went very well. Hans says, not a joke, I pulled a hip muscle after finishing last job and I needed a break for a few days. So now I need to, and then it looks like he's going to continue talking. So Hans hurt himself, I guess. You got to be careful. I did the same thing. My back was out almost all of October. I'm feeling better now and feeling geared up and ready and all that good stuff.
Thank goodness, because that was pretty awful. I mean, it was awful. You can't, when somebody that you love is hurt and there's nothing you can really do to help them. Oh, it's such a, it's way worse for you. You're going through it.
You guys just looked at me like I was some alien that landed in the living room.
It was serious. He would go to get up and it was like he was getting an electrical shock. I'm sure any of you that have ever had back or hip problems before, you know that shock. It's like getting an electrical shock. So.
Yeah, it's hitting the wrong nerves. Anyway, I'm okay right now.
Thank goodness.
But I do have to be careful though. It's partly one of the reasons why I don't bring a lot of big clunky furniture and stuff in the store. Is it's usually just me that moves the stuff around, so I try and focus on what they consider like smalls. But I think very soon I'm going to get a gym membership and just start strengthening my core and start building the back muscles back up. So I'll probably do that. Don't know if I'll do a series. Maybe I'll do like an Alex makeover series. that might be, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, house is coming along. Went to visit it the other day. Drupad, our contractor, is going to a wedding in India, so he will not be there for a couple weeks, but apparently he's got it all lined up. Yeah. So HVAC and electrical is next.
He's very organized. Like, I know everybody's like, oh, he looks like he's a nice guy and pretty. No, he has his stuff together. He knows what's going on. Whenever there's, if a problem arises, like things always do, yeah. He's already got a plan of what's going to happen. So we're really lucky to have the team that we do. Yeah. Oh, I see Heather.
Oh, Heather's on. Okay, well, nice to see my sister's on.
She said you need to do physical therapy first.
Is that Heather saying that or just everybody else?
No, Heather. You might make it worse. if you do the wrong extension or exercises, mister. And she's right.
Ira says, what happened to an old store? I guess you mean what happened to our old store? Our old location sold a while ago. We are down to the Potter's House for sale. We are down to, well, I guess this house will go up for sale. Basically, we just want to get down to the two buildings, the old store that we're in and then the house
new
we're in.
house.
So if we can get down to just two structures would be good. And maybe down the road find a bigger space or something. We don't know what the plans are. We're still figuring stuff out. Let's see. I'm just gonna read some of the comments. Do you think you'll do a regular TV show? David asked. We don't know. You don't know. If the only, I think I said before, the only way that we do probably like a TV show would be if I could still just be me and maybe somebody else would just do some of the filming and it didn't affect my YouTube. Like I was still able to do the YouTube stuff. If it works with the schedule, we might do something like that. But I don't know. Honestly, my perspective has really changed a lot in the last few years since we opened our store. And that's kind of the quandary I'm at right now. I still love to go find stuff. I still love to find those little treasures and things. But I've said it on live feeds before that after my dad passed and Melissa's dad passed, I guess I'm more interested in just creating a nice space for my family, creating that nice environment in my store for shopping. So we're starting to carry some different products and different things. But the one thing that hasn't changed is that I really love and really enjoy making things better if I can, like the Rolls Royce or like the Potter's House, or I just really, really love trying to make stuff better. So I probably, if things ever could happen that way, I would probably look for another property to maybe do a renovation on. The Illustrating Bard says, have you thought of selling Curiosity Inc. merchandise online? There are print-on-demand options. Yeah, we already have some merchandise online on Teespring. You can go to our Teespring website and find the Curiosity Inc. page. We do have some items there. I haven't updated in a while. I'm so far behind on the merch and stuff like that. I really got to get back into it. Kevin McCarthy, thank you so much for sending that. It's very cute. Yeah, it's just really, really fun to go out and find things and just try and leave things a bit better than you found them. And I think that's kind of been my hobby. People ask like, well, if you don't collect a whole lot of stuff yourself, what is your hobby? I do collect a few things, but my hobby has always been finding things and trying to restore or make things a little bit better. Whether it's like toy cars or real cars or houses or whatever we get, we try and just make things a little bit more interesting, a little bit better when we can. So I would think that probably in the new year, if I have another big adventure of anything, it's probably going to be doing some kind of renovation, building, makeover sort of thing. But right now we're just sort of taking a breather. I've come up from the water. I'm taking a breather before I go back down again and let my back heal a little bit. And I would suspect that, in the new year, we'll probably start looking for other big projects and things to work on.
Yeah, and the breather is needed.
Yeah,
needed.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also that time of year where you want to spend time with your family and your loved ones and enjoy that too. Speaking of which, hopefully you guys all have big plans. What are your plans for the holiday season out there? Any plans for travel?
I think, when is U.S. Thanksgiving? That's coming up pretty soon.
I think that's right away. Yeah, U.S. Thanksgiving is, I think, in about a week or so. I think usually because Black Friday, mind you, I noticed that the stores. Oh, the 26th. Okay, that's the last.
Oh, no, she said 25th.
Okay.
Well, you're fast.
The 25th.
You got 2 comments in a row.
Because then right after that is Black Friday. Now, are stores playing Christmas music where you are? Because they're starting to play Christmas music here. And I feel like it's still early for that. But
I didn't even realize this is the first year that it shocked me. Usually, like November 1st in Alberta, at least, most stores have Christmas music. But we were at the mall yesterday. We had some shopping that needed to be done. And I was shocked that Christmas music was playing.
Maybe it's that people just really need to have a Christmas right now, that they're really just wanting to have that family time and stuff like that. But I noticed Christmas decorations are up in the stores and some of them. I mean, Costco's been selling Christmas stuff since summer. They're always like six months ahead of the curve.
Well, they're like, their snowsuits and everything come out like in August, and every year I'm like, oh, that's early. And then they sell out so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's been one of those sort of weeks weeks. We haven't decorated the store for Christmas or anything yet.
And we didn't do our house yet. I mean,
No,
I decorate late. I wait until like a couple weeks before Christmas, maybe after your birthday.
yeah, we usually put the Christmas tree up around December 5th or so. And that's actually good timing because the auction that we're doing is December 4th. My birthday's the next day.
Yep. I saw, sorry, I missed your name when you went by. They said they're coming up December 5th to Edmonton. So,
Okay, I'll have to make sure I'm around the shop. We do have some folks that are visiting from out of town. I've had some messages lately that there's people coming up from the US to come and say hi. Just make sure to drop me an email or to call the store just to make sure that I'm around. So yeah, let's see. All right. Yeah, we are. I'm just reading some of the comments as we go here too. And if there's any that are important, or that are super chats, just let me know.
sometimes I miss them, you guys. I'm sorry.
This has been kind of a strange time for us because we've really been focused on growing the business and on evolving our living environment, I guess. And so a lot of our videos have been more involved with that, getting the store built, getting it ready. And now it is a functioning store. It's a real thing that happened. It's a real place. And the house, well, pretty soon, I mean, I was out there the other day and I was standing at the house. I went out there by myself. Mm-hmm. And I was just kind of standing there and staring at it and just thinking, man, I just can't believe that this is really happening, that this is really coming together. And it doesn't feel real just yet. But, you know, starting to think about where chairs are going to go. And I did chat with a solar company yesterday. And we are trying to figure out exactly how we can do solar at the house so it makes sense. So I'll try, and if we end up booking a company to do solar install for us, I'll end up getting them to come on camera and kind of talk about what they do a little bit too. But it, yeah, definitely is coming together, and it's just nice to have these dreams and stuff too. Gail says, hi, because of COVID, I'm cooking a huge turkey meal and delivering it to all my friends. Most are single and alone. I have shots and half does not. So Gail wishes things were back to normal. I think we all are, you know, it goes without saying that, man, if I would have known what I know now, I would have gone to every concert. I would have gone traveling a little bit more, you know, we would have gone all sorts of stuff.
Well, even then, it's always that it's never enough, right? So even if we had done that, we'd wish we'd gone on one more, or yeah.
So Diecast Dave is asking, would the solar panels be better on the ground so you can sweep snow off? Here's what I didn't know, that if you have solar panels on your roof, or if versus having solar panels on the ground, when you have them ground mounted, it's actually twice the price. And the reason for that is that they have to trench the cables underground, and they have to build a framework for the solar panels to sit on. So it actually doubles the cost of the install. So it's not beneficial to put them, well, I mean, it looks better, I guess. When it comes to snow being on a solar panel, they said that actually the sunlight actually makes its way through the snow. And because the panels are typically quite warm from being, you know, heated up during the day and collecting sunlight, that the snow typically doesn't stick to them anyhow. So they said snow is not really a concern for them. The concern for them is the shorter days. And so they have to compensate on a curve for summer use versus winter use and try and balance it off if you want to get to net zero. So my goal for the electricity at the house is to get to net zero plus 9%. So that we're actually producing a tiny bit more. We're allowed to produce up to, I think, 9% or so more electricity, which means that the electric company would have to pay us a small dividend back, or a small payment back for the money that, or for what we're producing. But yeah, we are looking into that right now. They say that apparently in 8 years or so it pays itself back, and yeah, we are certainly working on that.
Magic Law said, I can't remember your first name. I'm so used to seeing you on here too. She said, are we able to change how to message the way that we used to? I'm not sure if there was an update or anything. We didn't change anything at all. It's just...
there might have been on your end, or like on YouTube then. Or
I know, it's what we were talking about updates yesterday, how now on our phones it has the search bar at the bottom, and we preferred it on the top, but we're not sure if it's just because we don't like the change.
Yeah.
Because our niece thought it was fantastic.
Christine says, when you need to replace your roof one day, it will be easier if it's on the ground. That's true. That is true. It would be easier if it was on the ground to do the roof, but I think that they do have a way to easily detach the panels and stuff like that. We're just figuring out. Doubling the price of install is kind of would make it. We couldn't afford to do that
Yeah,
right now,
it wouldn't
so
be worth it.
it's not gonna be worth it right now. Yeah. Let's see.
Plus, we would probably drop something on it. That's like and it would be me. We all know who would do it. It would be me.
Landy Andy 4x4 says you need an old Land Rover in your life. I had a Land Rover in my life. I've had several Land Rovers.
Landy Andy is a great name.
Landy Andy, especially if you're into Land Rovers.
Yep.
No, I have this sort of goal in my head of what I want to do. I mean, the house has to get done. And if you guys know me and you know the past few years is that you get a goal, you focus you're on that and you get that accomplished and you move on to the next thing. I don't want to be too scattered in terms of what the goals are right now. So I can't even think about it. Even though I browse the classified ads looking at old cars.
Well, you never know. Like if there was an investment to be made, we would make it. But
yeah. So I have been browsing the classifieds, trying to see what there is for old cars and stuff out there. But I'm not ready. I have to be good. That said, there is a scrapyard for sale that if I had the money out.
That said, there's a scrapyard. You know, it's funny that he's like, maybe not a vehicle. Whole scrapyard, maybe that. You guys, I have a very different life. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think today what we're doing is we're going to go out after this live feed and we're going to try and find, there's a few pieces of furniture that we're missing for the new house. Because we simply just didn't have, there's a little bit more room in the new place.
Yeah. Well, we want to make sure that there's seating areas and stuff. So when we can have people over, that we have a spot for them to sit in a beautiful spot. So
yeah, or a place for us to kind of read a book or something.
Well, we have a very sunny window that we think that maybe some chairs or something could go. So we're going to go and take a look and see what there is, because there's only so much you can look at online, and it's a whole different thing when you can go sit in it and check it out. So we might just go do that. That's our hot date for the day.
Yeah. Dave says he knows a guy for furniture.
Oh, Dave.
I guess we'll see. Yeah, that's why we're looking now. Stephanie Powers says it's hard to find furniture in stock right now. You have to order it. That's why we're looking now, because you have to go there, and it's possibly 3 to 6 months out for furniture. My lip isn't swollen. It's probably just a reflection from.
Yeah, we have like a crystal on the window too, so that's why there's rainbows on the back. And then the slats of the window are doing the weird lighting, but that's what happens when you film at this time of the day in front of this window.
Yeah, I guess. So we've got your window rainbow makers.
I know, it keeps getting me in the eye too. I'm like, I wasn't thinking.
We haven't put anything over at the house just yet. The garage and everything, although the floor is done, they still have to do the drywall and finishing and all that stuff. So yeah, there's still a lot to go and a lot to do, but I think I'm just really looking forward to the big projects like that being done, so I can just focus on fun stuff afterwards. Once the house is done, now the addition on the store is done, then really going forward after the house is done, which will be just in a few months, then I can really just start thinking about having fun and doing crazy fun things, and definitely looking forward to that.
Mabel James said, does it say Mabel James? How do you keep getting the sweet toy leads for buying?
I think you just put out there what you're looking for. I think people know that I buy and sell old toys, collectibles, old watches and stuff. And so when that stuff comes around, people oftentimes will send me an email or a message and say, hey, we've got old toys. Are you interested? And I'm always interested. I will typically, because I have lots of customers for that stuff. So it always sells. Comics, sports cards, toys are always a good seller. Much easier to store and keep in the shop as well, because they're smaller than it is for, big piece of furniture in that. Let's see. What does Melissa do to stay that slim and graceful? I think is what they meant to say.
Thank you. I don't know. I think we're pretty active. Like, we are constantly out and on the go, right? And we don't eat a bunch of.
No, we don't. We try not to buy a bunch of junk food. I mean, that's for starters.
I don't crave junk food, though. To be fair, I know a lot of people do crave sweets and stuff like that, and I don't. I'm the opposite. Although I do crave fruit and vegetables. That's That's how you have you crave fruit and vegetables. And you teach preschool. That'll do it.
Well, we have somewhere to hang the painting behind us at the new house. Probably. I have an idea for a different. That's what I want to do today. I want to stop and get a canvas because I have an idea for a painting that I want to do.
You might need some paints and stuff too then.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll need some paint. But unless Steven doesn't use oil paint, if Steven isn't using the oil paint, then I can grab some paint. But I have an idea for a painting that I want to do, and I just need to do it.
Yeah.
I wish I could be up there shopping maybe next summer. Thank you, Phoebe, for the super chat. It would be great to have you come visit us. Alex, you can start a membership on YouTube. I did see that. There are YouTube memberships available. I guess the benefit of that would be if somebody's a member to our channel that we would do special content just for the members. So we'll see if we end up going ahead with that. The one thing we know with the new house though is we put so many windows in that there's not as many places to put pictures, which is kind of okay.
we have our pictures are the view of the outside.
Yeah, the windows are plentiful in the new house because we wanted to have lots of daylight and stuff. But when you look out the window, you see beautiful trees or a beautiful backdrop. So I guess it's not so bad. But I think we're gonna have to figure out one main painting for above the fireplace. Something probably colorful and bright and summery.
Myself personally, I prefer when it's art done by, like, if Alexander were to do the painting or Steven. I feel like I appreciate other people's art, most definitely. How can you not? But I like having it as something like a part of our family did, because it's our family home. So hopefully either you or Steven can do something. I could do something, but we shouldn't hang it.
Let's see. Maryland and Germany asks, why do many Canadians or North Americans build their houses of wood versus brick?
Brick is very common here too.
No, brick is not very common. Brick would also be quite expensive to build with, but I think wood timber construction, I mean, we have basements because we have frost and you have to get below the frost line, but I think that with the wood framing that we do for our houses here is that it just really it allows for maybe some expansion and some contraction with the cold climate. It's less expensive. And you have to think about our environment too. Like when they came to North America, the resources there was a lot of trees all over. So lumber became kind of the common place. Maybe forestry industry does not make it practical to build a lot of houses out of wood in other areas, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But it's very, very common here to have wood construction. That's the norm. Wood is the norm. There are some houses that are concrete I've been in, but mostly the houses here are wood frame. I would say like 95% of the houses here are wood frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there are some brick houses, don't get me wrong.
I didn't even think about it until subscribers were asking us, like, why is it wood? And I thought, what? But it's so normal for us that...
it's just what just what it is here. Yeah. Yeah, it would be weird for us. If we were building a brick house, they'd be like, you know how expensive that's going to be? They would think that we're crazy for trying to build a brick house here. Yeah, wood is 90% plus North
somebody
American.
said that in downtown Toronto, it's common to have brick houses.
Yeah, there is brick in the eastern part of the country, older construction, but yeah.
And in the south, they said they build with brick because of termites, so they can't.
Yeah, they said San Francisco brick house wouldn't last with the earthquakes that they have.
Oh, right. I guess you wouldn't want. I don't know. Like I actually have no clue. I'd be just guessing.
Yeah, we're the same as Illinois, I guess. They say in Illinois they have concrete basements with the wood house on top of it. Basically, it's the same as us here. Let's see. Wooden structures were also built in Europe. Yeah, I think. You know what I want to do for next year, if we can. I want to travel and go see amazing things.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I want to do. I want to go and see some terracotta fresco tile that's been recently uncovered in parts of Italy or something. Or
my favorite part for the traveling. Oh, we have a.
James says hello from sunny Medicine Hat. Hello back at you, James.
So my favorite thing about traveling is for sure the food and the people. So I feel like you get very immersed in the culture just being around, of course, people in an area and the food. I'm all about food.
Yeah, I think definitely that I foresee travel. I really have a longing for travel, right? Especially right now
I
because it's
know.
been so hard. Somebody said you should go to Kalmar. Well, there's Kalmar, Alberta, which is not the tropical destination that you'd hope for, but
Is that
yeah, there are places that I'd love to see and places things that I'd like to like. I wouldn't mind seeing, the Parthenon or you know I think just there's bits of the world that we've never been to that I think it'd be great to visit and to share and do videos and
hmm
and share the stuff that's fascinating for me.
Yeah, take everybody with us.
Yeah.
You guys are everybody. It's kind of fun being able to share what we're doing, even if it's something that might be every day for us. It's fun to take you guys along with us and show you what we're up to because we are in some cases, we're all in different parts of the world, but we all have such different lives. It's kind of nice and kind of neat to see what's happening in other people's lives in other parts of the world.
We could go to the Netherlands. We could learn how to walk on Klompen.
You know where I want to go? New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand looks beautiful.
Yeah.
There's so many places to visit.
I mean, it's just like anywhere. There's like hot and tropical, and then not.
I
Oh no,
think
not here.
we haven't taken our viewers to the mountains. I don't think yet.
That's true. We haven't been to the mountains. We live fairly close to them, and it's been over 2 years, I think, since
And
we've been to the
we
mountains.
we actually live very close to a
Mhm.
beautiful natural phenomenon. Basically, these mountains are stunning. The Rocky Mountains near us, and yet we've not taken them on an adventure there. But now that the weather's turning, it's not typically the kind of place you want to go travel and walk about in. It's more of a spring summer activity, at least for us, anyway.
Yeah,
You
I
know-
would not. I would not be a good passenger in the wintertime. Oh, I have a rainbow on my face.
Well, and then there's the waterfalls and
Yeah.
all that we can go to.
There's a lot to look at, especially, I mean, even close to us, we have a lot of lakes around us. So we have a lot of, and it's very hilly here. Like in a lot of Canada, there's,
Absolutely, it is hilly. Somebody said, "Do you need to buy a whole bunch of furniture for the new house?" I think just a couple chairs and maybe
oh
a
God,
side.
thank goodness, because furniture is expensive.
Yeah, I don't think we need a whole
I
lot.
was surprised how much people charge for a chair, you guys. It's a chair, a one chair. It's the funny, the things that I can justify, groceries, stuff like that, stuff for the kids, okay. But a chair that I'm going to be sitting my butt in.
Yeah.
I'm that person.
Let's see. I can't see what the curved glass question was. Somebody said that's a good question. Do you want to scroll back
Right.
and see if you can find it?
About curved glass?
No, somebody just said somebody whose name was curved glass.
Oh.
I don't know what it was.
Hold on. I was looking for a question of curved glass now.
So now we have this store. We have a store that's operating and working. We've got Bill helping us out today. He's there Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, I think Dave said he's going to stop by.
Yeah.
Oh, they said, I saw it. It said, do you regret ever going on YouTube? Thank you, Adrian.
I don't regret going on YouTube overall. And I would say that there's been so much good that's come from being on YouTube, and so many good things have come from it.
We've met amazing people from
We've
it.
met amazing people. Our business has grown.
Yeah.
We've met wonderful, lovely people. We were able, with our community and YouTube community, to help Adam and Hans and put together a foundation for Madam Rack and share these stories that I wouldn't have been able to share normally. So generally speaking, I would say no, I'm glad. There's been a lot of great things that have come from it. I think that there's been some people have had this conversation before. Maybe it was on other channels and stuff, but it's not normal to be a person and to know 500,000 people, or to attempt to know 500,000 people and to make those connections. And I think that can really take sort of a bit of an emotional toll, I guess, when you're one person and you're trying to answer hundreds and hundreds of emails or trying to be there. And then if you don't answer quickly enough, then people get really mad at you and belligerent and call you
really
names.
mad.
Like I sent you messages on YouTube, why didn't you respond back? And it's like, boy, oh boy,
They're so mad so fast.
So I think that when you have, it's hard to remember that there's so many wonderful, lovely people out there.
Yeah.
Because the detractors or the people that come on and are sometimes a bit negative can get you down a little bit. And I think that everybody on social media faces that. It's not just us. I mean, we're pretty low-key channel doing pretty normal stuff. I can't imagine the sort of comments that, like these extremist sort of channels must
I
face.
know. Well, they probably don't even read. Who knows? Maybe they do.
Maybe
But
they do. We don't
there's
know.
how
But
can they read all those comments?
but I would say that we try and stay focused on all the good that's come out of it, and carry on for those reasons that, maybe you're helping to inspire somebody to run their business. When we do the little live streams or the episodes where I'm trying to give advice on what's worked for us, you're really just honestly trying to help people so that if somebody's watching at home, that maybe they can take some of the same steps that you've taken, and try and help their own business or help what they're doing. But then again, you try and do something from the goodness of your heart, and then somebody takes it the wrong way and says, well, you're being really preachy or something.
Yeah.
So
Well, you can't make everybody happy, that's for sure. We're pretty lucky because, like with the amount of subscribers we have, I would say over 90% for sure are insanely positive. Like they're like our cheering team. It's just that maybe less than 10% of the people that they do get to you, though. As much as you grow a thick skin and you ignore it, because it feeds into your own insecurities as well, because you're trying so hard to do something nice for somebody else or to be helpful. So that's where you want to go with it. So when they are negative about it, you kind of question, it's hard not to.
But at the end of the day, the YouTube channel and everything that we do on the channel, really we just try and have fun, or just try and be us. And I think I've said it before that, having some kind of notoriety like this with the YouTube channel, with social media, I'm glad that it came to me when I was at a place in my life when I was content with where I was, and I was content with the person I wanted to be. And so you don't feel the need to try and be anything other than yourself, really. You just get to do the things that you think are fun and neat, and and keep plugging away at it. So it didn't, I guess I'm glad it didn't fall in my lap when I was a young punk teenager or something.
Me too. Not you, but Phil.
Right.
When you were a punk, when I was a punk teenager.
But at the end of the day, this is just simply us living our lives and sharing the steps that we're taking while we live our lives, and hoping that the things that we do are found to be interesting or unique or different.
Yeah. And we take everybody along with us, trying to help. Hopefully our steps might help somebody else take the same steps and have similar or better results.
Yeah, I mean, you just never know. I think we started a whole genre of, hoarder house picking.
Yeah.
That wasn't really a genre before. So, I mean, there's that, where I think other folks are starting to find benefit in buying places like that, or going through places like that and looking for treasure. As for the most part, what happens with the hoarder house is they just go in with a bulldozer or something.
Mm-hmm.
And
a lot of times.
Most of the time, yeah. So I don't know. We just I don't know what's next for me, guys. I don't know. I would rather go and dig through treasures, kind of. I love going and looking for stuff. I love that. I'm not going to change that. Sorry, I got to answer a question from Deb Brown. She says, I'm grateful you guys are on YouTube. You helped me get through a lockdown in the past month. Thank you so much. Well, we're appreciative that you shared that with us, Deb. Thank you.
And it's just stuff.
And very sorry for your loss as well. I don't know if those hoarder house episodes are really hard on a person.
Mm-hmm.
They're really bad for your health. They're really tough on your body. So if I did continue to do that, I would probably make sure that we're maybe taking a little extra precautions, or I don't know. We'll see. It is satisfying to see a place come around. What I would love to find, one of those old kind of Victorian mansions and completely restore it, like something like that. Like some big old beautiful house that time has forgotten, and try and bring it back to its former glory.
Yeah, saving it.
Yeah, I think I think that bringing things back to life will always be a passion.
Janet, for sure we'll be giving a tour once that house is done. Can you imagine if we only took you for the journey of seeing the house go up, and we're like, nah, we're not going to show you the end. And it's never the end, because lights change and you redecorate and see what works and doesn't work. Because when you first move into a place, you don't really know how it's going to work out until you start working in it and living in it. So,
Yeah.
But we'll for sure be taking you guys on the tour. If you guys want to come see, well, more than happily take you along.
Oh yeah, I mean, we don't typically show much around our own house other than this wall behind us.
Yeah.
And
Well, except for my channel, you do, or I do.
well, we did the makeover a couple of years back where I did the upstairs and you did the downstairs. We did sort of a little
Yeah.
challenge. But I think with the new house, we really just want to get it set up and settled and really just, I don't know. That's the last time I'll probably push myself to do something that big for our family for a while.
Yeah, that's
You know,
a big one though. That
other
was,
than making sure the kids have their money to go to university and all that, which we've been doing. You know, the priority for us, we were fine with the house we were in for like the last 20 years. And I imagine we'll be fine with that next house for the next, hopefully, rest of our lives. So I think that there's going to be some fun adventures in the future. I know that there's going to be, and then we're going to have a good home base to do it from.
Kate asked, "Do you write music?"
Yeah, I think I've written and recorded 3 songs on our Alex Sings playlist. Not that I'm trying to subject you to hearing me sing, but if you're interested, it's on there on the playlist. There's a few things. I did Coming Home, which I wrote about Adam. I did Ashes, which I wrote when my dad died. And what was the other? It was the New Cadillac. Yeah. So there's been a few songs that I've written and put up there, but I'm not a professional songwriter or singer or anything. I just do it for fun. Let's see. Ronald Norlander says, "Hi, this is Ronald from the Netherlands. Wooden shoes are great. You should sell them in your store. I love it." Ronald, here's the thing. Those might work well in the Netherlands. But when you have slippery, icy conditions in Canada, wooden shoes with no grip on the bottom is probably hilarious. Probably,
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
It would make for some great comedy. You know,
Not for the person falling, but
I don't know that they'd fall. They do a lot of this, like whoa, and then they kind of just start sliding down a hill without the ability to control themselves. Wooden shoes in Canada, not the greatest idea, I would say. Maybe on a summer day. I think that's a very specific shoe. Yeah, something to think about anyway. We do have a lot of handcrafted sort of things. I am really enjoying carrying the locally made foods and pickles and beets and spices and all that kind of stuff.
we had a lot of comments. One of our subscribers and friends came in and he said, "You know what did it for him is to be able to see the people behind and remembering, I do have a light beard. Sorry, I saw it."
Oh yeah.
But he said, "You know what, it really changed his perspective when he saw it's not just the product, something on a shelf. This is another family that's trying to make a go of it, selling their products in our store, and we're all trying to support each other." And he said it changed for him because he no longer just saw it as a product, he saw it as a family's dream. So, and I thought that was nice because it's true. A lot of times we just see stuff on a shelf and we don't really think about the story behind it, that we're helping support somebody else that is just trying to make it, that's trying to live their dream.
Yeah. And I think that is nice to be part of a community like that too.
Yeah.
That we can just have a place where people can gather to grab some stuff and and support those folks. But it is Saturday, guys, and we are off to go and look at some furniture. Maybe we'll film, I guess, while we're out looking around and see what we can pick. So with that, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning on today's live feed. Hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend for the rest of it, and we'll see you guys very soon. Take care, guys. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.